Black Ops 4 has been out for right around 9 months at this point, and in that time the game has evolved a lot, in some good ways and also in some not so good ways. Black Market, I'm looking at you. We've seen 4 operations come and go, adding in new characters, weapons, maps, and the like, and our 5th operation, Apocalypse Z, has just begun on all platforms. But we are approaching that time of the year where most players are beginning to shift their attention from the current game and focus more on the horizon and on the upcoming game, in this case, Modern Warfare. And although Modern Warfare news is going to be popping up left and right in the coming days, weeks, and months, leading up to the launch here at the end of October, Black Ops 4 is not done yet, but the end is approaching rather quickly, so today I figured we'd sit down and take a look at the end of Black Ops 4, and what we can expect to see stem from the final few months of what has easily been the most controversial Call of Duty game to date. What's up guys, Zachar Immortal here, welcome back to the channel, and as always, thanks for stopping by. If you are new here, or if you are looking to consistently stay up to date with everything going on in the world of Call of Duty, ranging from news to leaks to updates and everything else in between, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on, that way you'll always know when a new video goes live. I mean, especially with all the Modern Warfare stuff coming up, alongside some of the BO4 content we'll be covering here today, now is as good of time as any to be in the loop, so that is definitely an option if you so please. Anyways, if you guys do enjoy the video, let me know by dropping a like rating on it, as it would be much appreciated, and it is really helpful in terms of growing the channel. But for now, let's jump into the end of Black Ops 4 and what is in store for us over the next couple of weeks and months. So obviously right now, as I did mention before, we are currently in Operation number 5, aka Apocalypse Z. But according to the contraband screen, this part of the operation at least is going to be wrapping up on August 6th for PS4, or if you do play on Xbox One or PC, August 13th. But when the time comes and that contraband countdown timer does hit 0, that doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to immediately jump into Operation 6. In fact, we're actually going to be jumping right into the second wave of Apocalypse Z, much like how we jumped right into Days of Summer back when Part 1 of Spectre Rising ended a few weeks back. So presumably, seeing as Part 2 of Apocalypse Z will probably be equal in length to Part 1, we'll see what I'm currently dubbing the Aftermath event run another 28 days or 4 weeks, which, like I said, with a launch date of August 6th, has the larger umbrella that is Operation number 5, drawing to a close on Tuesday, September 3rd, rounding out Apocalypse Z at 56 days in total length, which, if I remember correctly, Operation First Strike also lasted 56 days, but that was the only other operation that has been that short. However, going off of the schedule that we already know is in place, Operation 6, whatever that ends up being, is likely also not going to last too long, because we do know that Modern Warfare is launching on October 25th, and from September 3rd when Operation 6 should theoretically be going live, and October 25th when Black Ops 4 will be retired from its spot as the prime Call of Duty, we have a total of 52 days, which would actually mean Operation 6 would be the shortest operation to date. But, I mean, let's be honest, when we get within a few weeks of the Modern Warfare launch, pretty much all eyes are going to be on MW anyways, and Black Ops 4 will be on its quote-unquote deathbed at that point. But from now until the release of Modern Warfare, we do have about 100 more days of Black Ops 4, perhaps less depending on when you are watching this video. But anyways, in that time, there is still a lot of content that we know will be coming to BO4, and while it is certainly pretty late into the game for any major game-altering updates to take place, like maybe extreme MTX overhauls or things of that nature, 100 days is still plenty of time to at least partially turn things around, and hopefully get rid of that stale taste that so many players have right now, thanks to certain things within the game. That said, the soonest we'll probably see another major title update, seeing as the 1.21 update went live pretty much out of the blue yesterday, is going to be with the launch of the quote-unquote Aftermath event on August 6th. And that'll of course introduce another new contraband stream into the game, more new DLC weapons including the M16, the Javelina AA-50 sniper, and also the full stop sign melee weapon, amongst some other new items as well. And that'll also probably fill out the remaining content left on the roadmap that we'll have left at that time too. After that, of course, though, we'll then have Operation number 6 due up at the start of September as we have drawn out, and this will likely be the last major content update, pending any potential split halfway through Operation 6, like what we saw with Spectre Rising and what we will see here in a few weeks with Apocalypse Z. Regardless though, that first week of September presumably will give us the vast majority of the content, or at least the information pertaining to the content, that will effectively wrap up Black Ops 4 in its final month or so of being the current title. And some of that content we actually are already aware of. We know that with Operation 6, we are going to see 2 more multiplayer DLC maps introduced for players who do own the Black Ops Pass, and presumably going off of the track record, these 2 maps will be brand new DLC maps and not remakes or reimaginations like what we have seen with these past 2 operations because, once again going off the track record, every new operation with the exception of First Strike has introduced at least 2 brand new DLC maps, with of course Spectre Rising and Apocalypse Z each having a 3rd map with remakes of WMD and Havana respectively. So we do know that those will wrap up the multiplayer side of things for the Black Ops Pass, and then over in Zombies we're also guaranteed 1 more DLC map there too, and that'll also likely go live with the launch of Operation 6 or very shortly thereafter. As far as what any of these DLC maps could be though, either in multiplayer or in Zombies, honestly your guess is as good as mine. But apparently there have been some rumors about the 4th and final DLC map for Zombies being yet another upscaled remake like Alpha Omega was with Nuketown due to time constraints, budget cuts, and also the fact that Treyarch's main priority is now Black Ops 5. But please bear in mind those are just simply rumors. I'm not really too involved with all the ongoings over in the Zombies universe, but that is what I have seen come across my Twitter feed a few times here recently. On top of that though, and in addition to the 3 DLC weapons that we know will be coming with Part 2 of Apocalypse Z, we'll also probably see a few more weapons of both ranged and melee variety added in with Operation 6, alongside plenty of new seasonal items like outfits, stickers, calling cards, weapon charms, so on and so forth. But aside from what is the given content that we have come to expect with each new operation, there's also a few other things that I have been keeping my eye on personally that we still have yet to see added into the game, despite these things being in the game files for multiple weeks, if not even months at this point. The first item, or items I should say, are 2 rather peculiar looking flare gun-like objects that were actually data mined pretty far back. I want to say like during Grand Heist, but I could be wrong there. Anyways, we do have 2 items that do resemble some flare guns, one being an orangey red and one being a sea green that, to my knowledge, we still do not have available in game, and even to this day, we have no idea what these 2 items could be doing in the game files, what they could pertain to in-game, or anything like that. Then the other main leaked file that we also still have yet to see anything from is that of a loading screen still image for the Black Ops 3 DLC map called Splash. This file was actually data mined a few weeks back and was equally as confusing then as it is now due to the fact that we did not see Splash return with the launch of Apocalypse Z or the Days of Summer event as either a free bonus map available for everyone much like Grind, or as a part of the Black Ops Pass like WMD and also now Havana. So it is possible that we get both of these questions answered in these final 100 days of Black Ops 4, but it's also possible we don't, and they're just chalked up as 2 big question marks. But I guess for that, only time will tell. At the end of the day though, with only 100 days left in Black Ops 4 before it is a thing of the past and officially in the rear view mirror, we do still have quite a bit of content planned to release, including new maps, new modes, new weapons, and hopefully some new surprises and other things of that nature. And hopefully through these last 100 days of the game being the prime Call of Duty title, we can see some turnarounds to the microtransactions and also the content consistency, but honestly I won't have my hopes too high there because, as I did mention earlier, Black Ops 5 is now the main priority for the Treyarch team at this point, but ideally that won't stop these last 100 days from being fun while they last. With all of that being said though, that is effectively what we can expect from the final few months and essentially the end of Black Ops 4, and that is actually going to end things for today. That sounded a whole lot better in my head. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like rating on it as it would be much appreciated and it does really help the channel out. And of course, if you are new here and you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the world of Call of Duty, ranging from news to updates to leaks and rumors and everything else in between, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on. That way you'll always know when a new video goes live. As always, be sure to use code IMMORTAL to get a discount on all G Fuel, Control Freak, and Respawn products. All of those links can be found in the description down below. And once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.